Hey, what's up? This is the reason why I'm making a video. Hey, what's up? Oof. Been a minute. Let me explain why. So, I'm trying to fight through this and make this video real quick to explain. Excuse me. To explain my experience with this COVID nonsense. Now, there will be more than a few little quick cuts because I'm not trying to have me coughing all on the screen the whole time. So, please bear with me. But I wanted to go through my experiences so far dealing with this disease or virus or whatever. I guess starting with day one, I had just it was, what was it, like a week before Thanksgiving, a week and a half, yeah, like a week and a half before Thanksgiving, and I remember it was yeah, it was that Friday. I felt a little headache come on. I didn't think nothing of it. So, my sister gave me a Tylenol and called it good. Didn't think none of it. Headache went away. Saturday rolls around. Sunday rolls around. The headache comes back. So, I'm like, all right, whatever. Might be sinuses or something. Because I feel it right in the back of my eyeball. So, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I just figure I was going to power through it. And Monday comes, and boom, I had no idea what was happening. I just knew I couldn't stand up. I couldn't see straight. And my head felt like somebody beat it with a bat. It was bad. It was bad. Tuesday rolls around. And I'm feeling like hot or garbage. Garbage. Like beyond, I don't know. So, me not knowing what's going on, I figured I got like a fever or something like that, the flu or something. So I just hunker down. I immediately go to the store and I get myself some chips, some crackers, some Vienna sausages and stuff like, I don't know, it's little stupid stuff just to make sure I got something to eat, and applesauce and stuff like that, whatever. 'Cause I figured I was gonna be down for like the next couple days, and I'd rather have, little snack stuff like that on site so I can at least keep something in me while I'm fighting this virus or whatever. So Wednesday goes. Thursday comes. Whoa. Thursday hit me like I've been comboed in a fighting game or something like that. I was like, what is happening right now? All of a sudden, I have no taste. None whatsoever. No desire to eat anything. I couldn't even drink nothing. Like, if I drank more than like maybe like a swig or something, my body was ready to throw it back up. So it was a very, very weird situation for me. And what scared me the first time was I was dealing with the fevers, and then I had this one that was just terrible. I was trying to make it upstairs for some reason, and couldn't make it. So I was like, I'm gonna sit myself back down. I go to sit down, and I wake up on the floor, and I am drenched. I am drenched in fluids, and first thing I thought, I peed myself. That's the first thing I thought. Nah. I apparently just, I guess, I just sweated so much that it felt like somebody threw water on me. And I was just on the floor. So I get up, seeing all of a sudden that I'm drenched. Like, you could literally wring out my shirt. I'm like, okay, I need to go to the hospital. So I muster up all my energy to first and foremost change out my clothes. After I changed out my clothes, it's cold up here. If y'all don't know, I'm in Nebraska, and by the time all this was going on, it was like 3:30 in the morning, and it's ice cold outside, like death cold. Like somebody like me shouldn't have been outside at all, but I was like, I didn't know what else to do, so I mustered my little energy, get myself in my car, and drive myself to the emergency room. So I get there, and all of a sudden, this feels like somebody just took my. I just feel like somebody just took my chest and just started squeezing it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I get there, and I tell them I'm just having troubles, slight breaths and fevers and all that good stuff and so forth and so forth. And they ran some tests on me or something like that or whatever. They said they did a COVID test and it came up negative. And then they ran a couple other tests, whatever, and then they pretty much was like, just drink fluids or whatever that and send me on my way. Now, that next night, I'm like, why can't I breathe? I am seriously beside myself. Like if I was outside of myself, looking at myself, I was looking at myself in a way like, why aren't you breathing? Breathe. And I just couldn't. I just was like, feeling like that vice grip that was around my chest was just getting tighter, 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 and tighter. And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to die today. I'm not trying to wake up dead. So I started trying to control my breathing and wondering why my chest was hurting. Like all my back of my lungs was hurting, chest was hurting, everything was in fucking pain. It was just ridiculous. And that night, at this point, I think it's like this is like Saturday, Sunday night. Yeah, this is like Saturday night. I found myself sleeping at my desk, trying to keep my body straight up, trying to keep my body like vertical. So I had all my covers and everything, or pillows, whatever I could grab, in front of me on my desk, so I could lay on that, just to keep myself upright, just so I could breathe. Because it felt like somebody had tiny daggers just right through my lungs. It was ridiculous. So fast forward a day, I couldn't take it anymore. I asked my sister to take me to the hospital. So actually, let me rewind. I had went to the hospital again, and at this time I went to the hospital. I had my friend take me, and she dropped me off because I couldn't breathe. And I'm just sitting there like, because that's all I could do. I couldn't do nothing else. I couldn't expend nothing. There was no other focus other than me. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I kept myself like going. So I'm in the emergency room again. This time I'm at a different hospital. They get me to the room, and when I'm in there, they 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 sit me down. They hook me up to a couple machines, whatever, blood work, blood pressure, all that good stuff, and so forth, so forth. Then they finally take a COVID test. I'm like, I took another one and it came up negative, and it was like, okay, we just taking one just for precautions, whatever. I was like, okay. They took another test, and something came up with the information that they had on me, so they had to take another test. I'm like, come on, bro. I can barely breathe, and I stick crap all the way up my nose. So then okay, so I'm all over the place, so excuse me. So they find out in the midst of me being there that I had an upper respiratory infection. And what that was like, they thought it was like bronchitis or something like that. And with what combination of like the flu or sinuses or something. So I'm telling them I can't breathe. They put me on this little inhaler thing or something like that. That's like supposed to clear up all the gunk and stuff like that, whatever. It works for a little bit. I felt like I was actually able to breathe for a quick second. But after that, they was like, well, since you're not like testing positive for COVID or nothing, and we don't have enough room and stuff like that, whatever, we're gonna have to send you home. I'm like, okay. And they was like, well, you don't have a breathing machine or nothing. And they was like, your oxygen levels are fine and so forth and so forth. So they sent me home. I kid you not. I was home for a day and a half until the worst felt like was happening. And I woke up like I couldn't have been asleep for more than 30 minutes maybe. And I just woke up in pain. Like somebody just hit me with a sledgehammer on both my ribs. And I could not stop coughing. And every time I coughed, it felt like somebody was just digging their hands right into my lungs. And so at this point, I'm like, what is going on? And I couldn't breathe. And all of a sudden, I tried to take a swig of some water, and it went down the wrong way. And oh my goodness. You ever felt like you was drowning in dry land? All of a sudden, my body just started reacting. And I just started hacking up everything that was in there. Everything started to come out. I don't know what it was, but it was gross looking. And a lot of blood. A lot of blood. I was like, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. This is me thinking the whole time because I was just in pain. I wasn't actually talking. So I asked my sister to take me to the emergency room. And she's helpful, like, man, like extremely helpful, and just being patient with me because I had no energy to even get up. Like she was just waiting. Like it took me like 6 minutes to get enough energy to stand up, and after that, another 3 minutes for me to walk up a flight of stairs, and then after that, another 8 minutes for me to catch my breath from walking up the stairs just so I can get myself to the car. So, finally make it back to the emergency room again. This time, it's a cluster. Everybody apparently is there because it's right around Thanksgiving, a little after Thanksgiving. And I'm surrounded by people who got exposed to COVID and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know what's happened. I just know I can't breathe. So I'm not worried about anything other than counting my breaths. It finally get me back into the hospital room. And at this time, they was the same hospital, so they was like, they looked up my information. It was like the test that we did run did show that you did have COVID. You do have COVID. So at that point, they immediately switched me from where I was at to some COVID area. And when I tell you, it looked like something out of like a Patient Zero sci-fi movie. That's exactly what it looked like to me. Like, oh, this is where I'm going to die. This is it. Either I die coughing up my own insides, or I turn into some zombie creature thing. That's where my mind went. So, I'm in there, and it is terrible. Like, every time I exhaled, my lungs hurt. Every time that cough came, it felt like somebody was just, like Mike Tyson was just going ham. Mike Tyson and Rocky Balboa was taking turns with my rib cage. That's how it felt. That's exactly how it felt. And they found out that, like, through the test, whatever, that I had a bunch of things happen to me in the midst of me not being in the hospital, and I guess the progression of the virus, whatever, and everything else in my body. So I had picked up a pneumonia, which then led to blood clots in my lungs. And the blood clots led to inflammation around, I forgot which chamber it is, but it's like the outer ring or whatever of my heart, which caused heart palpitations, which also caused heart pain. And oh my goodness, man, you guys, like, the way I can describe those palpitations was just like somebody literally, you know how you used to play the game Thumps and just smack the crap at your knuckles? It felt like somebody was doing that to my heart randomly, like every now and then, bop, and then just chill out, or bop bop, and it would just be done, and my heart would be going nuts. And it was, oh my goodness, I'm never in my life. And it's like, this is painful. And then on top of all that, I'm still hacking up my lungs, hacking up everything that's in there, because they were like, all the blood that you were caulking up is blood that was filling up in your lungs. I'm like, oh, so I could have died. Like, be dead. Thanks for sending me home the first time. I had no idea. But, you know, I try not to get too upset, because it's like, it's a pandemic, you know. They ran their test and they didn't find it at the first time. So this is me just trying to be logical, so I don't get myself upset about things that are outside of my control. And on top of that, I had a few muscle tears in my back, my rib cage, and around my stomach. And that, of course, is all from the coughing. And if you guys ever tore muscle or anything like that, you can understand how bad one of those are. Imagine 16. Bro, my body's just been going through the ringer. And on top of all that, I didn't realize until I got to the hospital that I had lost damn near 40 pounds in the span of a week. 40. I'm out here right now looking like, I don't know. I feel like, I hate to say the crackhead thing or something like that, you know, but I just, sheesh. I feel like I'm 14 again. I'll put it that way. That's how light in the butt I am right now, and I don't think I like it. Don't think I like it at all. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The fact that I'm still breathing is the most important part, apparently, you know. So, this time when I'm in there, I'm not putting out any information as far as the medication they gave me, because apparently it's gonna be obviously it'll be different for every single person as far as what they get. So I'm not gonna be irresponsible and put out what they gave me, what worked for me, or anything of the sort, because obviously what I'm going through is an anomaly of what a lot of people go through, because a lot of people apparently, when they do have it, they have like symptoms that are common to the flu or something like that. Not knowing any better. So here I am in the hospital every night. Every night I was there, and I was there for like four days. And I'm not even gonna front of y'all. Every night I was like, I need to call my son. I was like, I can't talk. And it's like, so I happened to have my phone on me, but I didn't have a charger. So I took my phone and I wrote this long message to my son, because I didn't, I didn't see myself making it through. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it was 2 nights there that was really bad, where I looked at the machines, all types of. I looked like Mr. Go-Go Gadget type deal, and when the coughing started, I felt like my heart stopped, breathing stopped, everything stopped. So through all the emotions, everything that I had went through, sitting there in that hospital bed, the one that sucks the most is the possibility of leaving those you care about behind, the not being able to teach my son everything that I know, not being able to experience future moments and stuff like that, So and I'm just, me being me, I'm just thinking of like, I don't have anything done. I didn't do anything myself. None of my work is done. None of my work is done. I think that level of, I don't know what to call it. Self-righteousness, stubbornness, determination. I don't know what to call it. I know I sat up there that one night where I just really couldn't breathe. And I didn't sleep. Because I was like, if I felt like I go to sleep, I'm done. So I just didn't. I didn't sleep for like 2 days. I just was like, nope, I'm not playing this game. So I sat up there and I was like, I'm not done. I'm not done. That was my prep for myself. I don't know if it did anything or not, but end of the story. By the time I got out of there, I was finally able to stand back up on my own, which was the reason why they let me go in the first place. And I didn't need the oxygen machine anymore. Now I'm back home. It's been about 3 days since I've been back. 4 days. 4 days since I've been home. And this is the first time I'm actually been able to actually talk. So I figured I'd make this video. I know, right? Priorities, right? But whatever. So I figured I'd make this video explaining, or my first, I'm not gonna make another one later on, but this is just me in a moment describing my experiences with this virus, and how serious I feel like everybody should take this thing. Distance, mask up, wash your hands, all that stuff. Don't be around people you don't need to be around. All that good stuff. Because, sheesh, I'm now dealing with potentially lifelong effects of this one encounter, especially with the blood clots and the scarring tissue. So I am just focusing on getting myself back together, getting myself back upright. I'll start putting out more videos. That's neither here nor there, I guess, but I'll try to put up more videos as I get better. And really, this whole thing was really for me to just let everybody know, for those who are skeptic, man, look, I get it. Look, man, this is me just being real. This ain't nothing to play with. Ain't nothing to play with at all. Like, I guess if you don't want to do the mask and all that stuff like that, that's you. That's you. All I ask is that is to be mindful of others. That's it. Maybe you don't care as much as other people do, or don't know as much as other people do, or know more than other people do, or so forth and so forth. The whole thing is this: I'm just asking, just to care for others as much as you care for yourself. And if you don't care for yourself that much, well, shit. I guess my words are falling. My words are falling mute. But that's the my story so far. That's why I haven't been able to upload. And this is what I've been doing. Once again, life happens. So I'll keep everybody posted. I'll try to put out another video. I got a couple coming up here. And until next time, sticks up, thumbs down.